Thanks, Cleve. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the opportunity of hosting us here. If someone has questions, fire away. So I'll be presenting the hybrid slat fence. It's a technology to defeat RPGs. My name is Shahar from the Plasan company in Israel. Who is Plasan? Looks like the headline of the slides are truncated. You'll forgive me for that. But who is Plasan? So you see it over there by the photos. It's an armor company that we already fielded more than 30,000 armored vehicles worldwide. You see the most, I would say, known ones that are serving in the US Army, from METVs or MRAPs and LVSRs, or the M915 line truck holder. And quite recently, the Hawkeye in Australia, and part of the Oshkosh group with JLTV. So we design the armor and we build the armor. That's it. And regarding what I'm here for, the RPG threat. So what is the threat? The RPG-7, this is the most, I would say, worldwide proliferated anti-tank weapon. Fire against armored vehicles, soft vehicles, tanks, APCs, you name it. Millions are produced. Currently, there are more than 9 states worldwide that are producing it in Eastern Europe, in the South, in East Asia, etc. It started in Russia in 1961 and then became world known. You can see it, I guess, on every army mission worldwide as a threat, and it's very popular in Hollywood movies as well. A nice photo I took from the net of a Syrian rebel that showed how it brings a full hand loads to be fired at whoever. So that's the threat. That's what we're trying to deal with. So what's the solution? The solution, as the headline is missing, it says, well, bar armor, regular traditional solution, steel bars that will defeat the RPGs. They will crush the warhead. They will shortcut it, make sure it will be dudded and won't initiate. So it's a very long, it's been fielded for more than, I would say, 3 decades in the Israeli army and other armies as well, here in the States as well, the Army, Marines. You see some photos of it integrated on armored vehicles. So it's a good past record. It has a very good deterrence. When bad guys see the bar armor on top of armored vehicles, they won't shoot. They will aim their shot at a different, maybe unprotected vehicle, maybe armored, but unprotected against RPGs. So that's the best benefit you get of bar armor. But there are some disadvantages, like, note those images over here and here. So complex damage repair. It's a steel. It's it faces the wear and tear of the warfare. As the current warfare is moving from clashes of armored formations on Eastern Europe or Europe into the fight against terror groups, of guerrilla groups, against the IEDs. You fight more on urban areas. You are taking a pivot turn inside the dense area, and the right side of your vehicle is ramming against a house, and your equipment needs to be rugged enough to withstand that. But bar armor made out of steel, that's the effect. You see the bars would be distorted, changed, suffer damage, but how do you repair that? You need to cut, you need to weld, you need to bend in theater. It's not simple when you do that in Iraq or Afghanistan. You need a larger, significant logistic footprint to support that, to make sure that images like that on a striker won't be seen. Others, misused by operators. You have bars made out of steel, perfect place to put a tent or a camouflage gear or a backpack or whatever. So it's being hanged on the side of the APC, of the Humvee, of the MRAP. And when an RPG sees that, it hits could be, let's say, a backpack. It initiates further, and its effectiveness is even a bit higher than it was supposed to be because you get higher standoff. But that's a regular soldier misuse that soldiers would do. So how you avoid that? Apart from the fact that it's a high price, as I said, logistic footprint is enormous. Heavyweight, look at the volume of those containers to be shipped, just regular steel slates into the field. So that brought us in Plasan a few years ago to decide that we need to, we produced that, by the way, bar armor. No, there's no news here. And we've integrated bar armor on various platforms. But we wanted to do it better. Better how? We moved into the composite world and make the bar out of composite materials. Leverage our knowledge of how to produce composite armor and use it in the bar armor realm. So we developed a bar armor which is made out of composite slates. Instead of steel, you have composites, namely lighter, namely flexible. You have better performance because we tweaked, I would say, in order not to get into proprietary information, but we tweaked the bar design in order to get a bit better performance than the regular bar armor. And with that, we of course put an eye on the fact that it needs to be a very fast, fielded, repairable, and of course you cannot avoid with the price of it, so it needs to be cheaper. And we've met all those goals. You see a module of that hanged over here, and some shots that because we've finished the development process, all the regular environmental agreements, hots and colds and vibrations, etc. And we've done in numerous tens of tests with live fire munitions. And over here you see a sequence of RPG-7V comes on the, I don't see the mouse over here. On the left-hand side of the photos, you see the sequence from a high-speed video that was taken while we were firing at one of the test ranges and proving that thing works. And you see to the images when you go to the right on a sequence, you see the RPG is coming, interacting with the bar on the central column, being dudded on the right column here, photos, neutralized. It explodes when it smashes onto the surface of the steel because it's an armored vehicle. You need not forget that. But to no shape charge effect, so there's no penetration. And you see the result on the right-hand lower photo that shows that one slate is missing. Okay, we'll replace that. I'll show you a neat way to do that. But the threat was neutralized, so there's no penetration, just a nice maybe a dent to the armor, maybe a smoke pattern, but that's it. So that's a test, but I wouldn't be doing my job properly unless I show you some high-speed videos of actual firing. So you see here one of the RPG. Note that here the module of the armor is just suspended by simple thin ropes that will support all the interaction with the fast-moving RPG. So that's the first video. RPG-7V comes, hits, getting neutralized. This is a 90 degrees angle view of that incident. Maybe the video should reflect those videos. It would be nice. And you see here the explosion of the explosives on the surface of the armored vehicle. This is now just a witness plate. To the right, you see the same shot, but taken from a 45 angle camera, so you can see a bit more details. Note that we fired already one RPG at this module, and one of the bars is missing. So multi-hits on the same module, that's nothing to worry about. And you see the neutralization. You see the bar interacting with the warhead. Another shot. That's a third shot on the same module which is about 3 foot wide and 3 foot high. So a third RPG shot on the same module. Again, explosion on the witness plate, but no penetration. You see the same video from 45 degrees angle. So the bar is interacting with the warhead, it duddeds it, and then we are good to go. We've tested this technology with a different threat, which is the RPG-9. It's not RPG, it's the SPG-9 fired from a recoilless gun, much faster, much lethal munition, higher ranges. It's being used in Afghanistan. And you see here, motor is burning while it's impacting the module, but same goes, nice neutralization. this is a PG9, so it's not just for the PG7, you can dud different threads as well. You see the explosion of the warhead on the wall of the, or on the witness plate. A different angle of the same shot. Note again, one slate is missing due to the previous shot. You see all the powder here is the explosive of the warhead. So the thread was dudded. And as for durability, this is one of the, I would say, in order to avoid such appearances, so maybe I should advance it a bit, that you will see we've put it on a vehicle and we started rolling in order to make sure that it is rugged enough, it is flexible enough to hit obstacles, to hit building sidewalls, to hit trees, electrical poles, and it's still there. You have 3 angles of flexibility. No worries, it'll stand the wear and tear that the regular field can introduce into it. Note the shape of the armor. If that was bar armor made out of steel, it will be dented already, unfunctional, and irrelevant. So you believe me now that I think that we've tested it for its durability. In order to summarize, it's a composite bar armor, and I'll switch to this table and show you that we are thinking of the soldier. A repair kit, we've made a repair kit. So a regular soldier, just regular operator, it could be infantryman, it could be combat engineer, can take it after he was shot at, out of harm's way, he was saved, the vehicle is intact, they can go continue the route clearance mission or whatever mission it was. Now you have a bar module. One of the slates is missing, as you see on the footage over there. So the only thing need to be done is just replace the other slate. So fixation is interesting. You just use simple things like that. This is a repair tool, but the good benefit about it is that you can take a single slate, and a regular soldier, not much of a training, can use regular tools and replace a single slate that was shot at and now need to be replaced. You just need to open 2 bolts, take the remnants of the old slate, put a new slate in, and you're good to go. You don't need maintenance, you don't need supports, you don't need welding, you don't need cutting. There's no corrosion that. It's flexible, and so operator support is being thought at and is practiced with this repair tool or repair kit that can be thrown at the back of the Humvee, MRAP, MATV, you name it. And other benefits of that, since it is very flexible, unlike regular bar armor, and the bracketry that holds it in place is flexible. You can roll it up. Look at the bottom left picture. You can roll it up if that's the windscreen. You're out of harm's way. It's just regular mission. No need for that to interfere with the driver's visibility. Okay, roll it up, tie it upward as you lower down antennas of comms, and you're good to go. So that's the hybrid slate fence. That's the repair kit. Just 1 tool, few bolts, you repair broken slates, and you're good to go. That's it. Other benefits, you can read them, but mainly it's the bar armor. It's made out of composite, so it's lighter. It's a better performance because of a tweaked neutralization mechanism. It will save you weight. Here I've done some nice calculation for maybe a Striker equivalent vehicle that will save you a few hundred pounds just replacing steel bars to composite bars. And that's it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. If not, thank you. None. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.